And welcome back, Air Acolytes, to Breaking Wind, a Last Airbender podcast. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. We've got spirit. How about you? Because we are now stepping our little pinky toe into the second season of The Legend of Korra, which is called Spirits, with Chapter 1, Rebel Spirit. This is the spirit that's got the stars and bars on their living room wall saying, "The South will rise again. I know what the inside of my cousin's mouth tastes like."
Yep.
Yeah. If you are offended by that joke, please let me know because it makes me excited.
If you're offended, I question that person. Morals.
Exactly. If you are offended, good. That's what I meant to happen.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we get a quick rundown of what is going on with our friends in Republic City. First of all, the screenshot has disappeared, and I just realized that's the one screenshot that has disappeared, and I couldn't find it the other day whenever I put these screenshots up there. But we start with a dude on a fishing ship getting freaking eaten by something in the ocean. I mean, the dude is dead. He ain't coming back. He's like tentacled, pulled off into the ocean. He's like, my cabbages! And he goes into the water.
Yeah, very
never to return. And then we get the title card, which I thought was weird because you always get the title card at the beginning of the episode. This one they had a little prelude. Excuse me, I have to open up the door because my cats are being painted in the butt. Hello, welcome, hello. That's my little rebel spirit down there.
Is that because it's basically the show going, here's your bad guys this season?
Pretty much, yeah. Or at least, here's your red herring for the season. Let me put it that way. But we get a little refresher not a refresher. We get we're catching up because it's been several months since Amon went down. Did you like pro bending? Because I was scared at first. I was like, oh no, more pro bending. But it's a joke because Korra and Mako are no longer on the team. It's just Bolin with a new team, and they suck.
Can I be honest with you, Jace? When I saw that thing, I'm straight away. I'm like, Jason, you said there was no more. But yeah, it's a great joke.
It was a great joke. Mako, in the meantime, he's become Popo. He has become a cop, which
that's the sound of the police.
Yeah, that works. That works for me. That's fine.
Perfect job for him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Korra is working on mastering her airbending, and look at her on the little Aang air ball. It's just so awesome. It's so freaking cute watching all the airbender kids. And she uses the avatar state to cheat, which I'm just kind of like, you know what? Yes, just do that. Use the avatar.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't have an issue with that.
No. And Boomy, Tenzin's brother, has retired from the... I love this guy. He has retired from service and he has moved on to Air Temple Island, much to Tenzin's enthusiasm, I guess is what you would say, or lack of enthusiasm. Tenzin is a lot of fun, a non-bender, but he is a lot of fun because he's a pain in Tenzin's butt. And
Can I ask, is Boomy like that one relative that can't get it together in life, and so he goes and lives with other people? Is he that? Is he kind of like the living in the basement loser uncle?
No, he has literally been in the Navy for decades. So this is like the first time he's ever been out of service, and he's a bit of a wild man, as General Iroh said. And so he's just kind of he's a pain in Tenzin's butt. I like him too. I like Boomy. Boomy he's a figure on the show from now on, and I really like the guy. Tenzin is getting ready to take Korra on a big vacation around the world to show her all the air temples. And I really appreciate the fact that he took a moment to draw a picture of himself giving thumbs up in the middle of that.
Give a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's just...
I had to double take looking at which finger he chose, but it was the thumb.
No, it was a thumb, yes. I'm sure he changes it later in the episode, but for right now it is a thumb because he's feeling good about himself. But they are going to go to the Southern Water Tribe because there is a big spirit festival happening. And
wasn't it all the Southern?
It's the Southern. They're going to the Southern Water Tribe, and the Northern Water Tribe people come down because they're the stuck-up people with the big fort.
That's right. They're the snooty upper class.
The snooty upper class going to the trailer park where the riffraff live.
Beneath us.
Yes. I'm just going to say it right now. Korra and Mako are a toxic couple. They're a toxic couple, and I don't like them together.
I don't either.
Korra would have been better with Bolin.
I'm kind of rooting for them to break up. I'm gonna say.
Me too. Me too. Because every time they're together, I'm just thinking, oh, these two should not be together. They are not
They're,
each other.
they're that couple that come to a dinner party and start a domestic. Like, you know what I mean? They start fighting while you're having dinner.
They are the kind of couple that would fight at a dinner following a funeral.
Yeah. 100%.
Completely inappropriate, but they can't stop themselves because they are just so bad for each other. But yeah, I don't like these two together, and that never changes.
I don't think Naga
that attitude never changes. So every time that there is a love scene, a love arc in this series, I just cringe. I absolutely cringe, with an exception coming up that I actually do enjoy. We also meet Aunt Kaya. We meet Katara's other daughter, Kaya, named after Katara's mom, which I think is just great. I like the fact that Katara's children are older too. I don't know. I like that. It fits in there. And I like that we've got a series where you got a bunch of geezers as main characters. And I just love that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Coming from the Northern Water Tribe is Unalaq. Unalaq is the chief of the Northern Water Tribe, and he is Korra's dad's brother. So that's her uncle. Yep. And he's kind of stuck up. And he's scolding them, saying, we shouldn't be having fun. We should all be in quiet prayer and reflection. That's why the spirits are taking people off of boats and eating them, apparently, as happened in the prequel of this episode. We also meet a very amusing character, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tony Stark.
Right?
Yeah, this is Varric.
It's Tony Stark.
It's Tony Stark. Yeah, it's Tony Stark. I mean, he's a more unhinged, more alcohol-infused Tony Stark. But Asami's coming up there because she wants to basically pull her company out of financial crisis. And she does it because Bolin is just standing there, and apparently he's cute, and Varric is into that. But then he just says, hey, look me in the eye, and he looks in her eyes like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give you all this money so we can go into business together. He's fun. He's a fun character. He's also kind of a fixture on the show from now on.
Yeah, you want to party with that dude.
You really do, because you know there'd be lots of white powdery substances, because that is what he's on. I mean, let's face it.
I think everyone had a good time.
As long as everybody has a good time, that's all that matters. Unalaq you can already see this guy pulling strings. He's trying to get Korra over to him, because, well, he's basically telling on Tenzin and Korra's own dad. And he drops the bombshell that, the White Lotus didn't want you to stay here at the Southern Water Temple. They wanted you to, you're supposed to travel the world like Aang did. No, you're not supposed to be under guard. And of course, Korra is understandably upset to hear that. She's upset at her dad, and she's upset at Tenzin because they've basically been lying to her this entire time.
Lying or withholding information, either way, it's terrible.
A lie by omission is still a lie.
Okay.
I agree with that one. Here's the romance story that I like, and that is Bolin's interest in Eska, who is this creepy twin. Basically, Wednesday Addams. If Wednesday Addams was a set of twins. Eska's hilarious because she's so underwhelmed by everything. She's so bored that she sees Bolin as, you are my plaything now. Come, serve me. I think she's hilarious. Again, a semi-regular character from here on out, Eska and her brother, who I cannot remember the name of. They're gold every time they're on camera.
The fact
they
are
look
exactly
gold.
the same too. I love
and the fact
that it's progressive, I suppose, in its own way. I love
the fact that Bolin couldn't tell them apart either, but he's still into it. I honestly think that if he'd accidentally romanced the brother, he'd still be into it. Be like, okay, you're a guy. It's fine. It's fine. You're still hot. Tenzin and these two are just great. I love the fact that he's the younger brother they pick on.
Yeah, you get a real sense Tenzin is where his frustration comes from. They picked on him. They bullied him his whole childhood. That's why he's frustrated with them all.
Yeah, and the fact that a non-bender is like bullying an airbender who is basically like the most powerful bender in this world. I don't care what anybody says. If you're an airbender, you are like Omega level. I don't know. I just like that. Again, toxic couple, but you gotta love the little Appa plush.
You have to. In fact, I resent the fact that I can't go and buy one today in the store. Because
Yes.
I don't just want an upper doll. I know I can buy an upper doll. I want a big head upper doll. I want that upper doll.
I honestly think you can buy them on like AliExpress or Temu. I do think that they're available. Now the quality, I don't know. I'm not going to endorse them. I'm just saying I think they're there. I'm going to search them whenever I'm done with this big galoot, and I'm going to see because I do kind of want one. So oh, you want an action scene? Awesome. Korra goes outside and hears something weird, and turns out that there is a spirit who is just wrecking everything outside for absolutely no reason. And so Korra does what Korra do, and Korra goes into the avatar state to stop it, and it's like, what? Get that out of here.
Yeah.
And the spirit's just like, nah, we ain't doing that.
I'm gonna own you.
Yeah, the spirit is just not having it, and pretty much trounces Korra. But the spirit is vulnerable to interpretive dance. And this calms the spirit down, and the spirit turns golden and fades away. And Korra's
is this really the sun's getting real low there?
Pretty much.
I thought it was like a power.
Sleepy.
Yeah, yeah, like because that's new. That's brand new. Obviously, he's got is that its own thing though? Is that its own power? The ability to
calm the spirits through interpretive dance. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time we've seen it. I mean, we've definitely seen Aang deal with spirits.
Yeah.
But Korra is through her own fault and the fault of those around her, she has not gotten in touch with how to deal with spirits. And so again, understandably, she is perturbed here because Tenzin has not given her the experience. Her father has kept this away from her. And so, yeah, she's a little bit upset that she doesn't know how to deal with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so she does something that you would think would make her look bad, but I think it's a perfectly reasonable response. She's like, Tenzin, I don't want you to teach me anymore. I want Unalaq to teach me because you have been keeping things from me.
Wow. Yeah, and it's a sad moment. I feel sorry for Tenzin.
I felt sorry for Tenzin too, but again, he deserved it. It's justified. And I think that is why he doesn't explode here, because he understands why Korra feels that way. And I think he thinks that she is justified in basically kicking him to the curb and firing him. Unalaq, by the way, I totally trust the guy. That's a lie. I mean, you can tell there's just something.
Yeah, he's giving that vibe that he's totally can be trusted.
You can totally trust me, Korra. I'm a good guy. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
But I like the idea out of this episode. Obviously, I don't know what's coming forward, but the whole idea that this proposes that she's going to go outside her comfort zone again, I like that as an audience. I want to see her go to different locations.
Yeah. And speaking of being outside the comfort zone, Katara basically shames Tenzin into taking his sister and brother with him on his vacation to the air temples. And I just love the fact that Katara still has this kind of power, like, Tenzin, you're going to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
I love old lady Katara. It's great. I wish she was in the show more often, but she only shows up a few times. And then, of course, we got, Unalaq's yes, you can totally trust me. And then we end the episode. And that's pretty much what this episode is. It's set up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it is. It's like, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's a very normal thing to do.
Sometimes you got to set up a season. That's fine.
Well, it goes back to the thing that you've been saying on the episodes, is the fact that this was never initially planned. If it was part of a longest overarching thing, you probably wouldn't have needed this episode, because they would have already put this stuff in place in previous episodes. So yeah. But look, still great. I had a good time watching it. I watched the end of the episode and going, great, let's see what this season delivers us.
Yeah, everything that did not involve this, I really enjoyed.
Oh, except for Appa.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I have not watched this season since its initial airing like 15 years ago. I I don't remember liking it very much. There are
Okay.
moments. There is a 2-part episode coming up that I honestly think is like the
Yep.
pinnacle that Korra ever reached. But I don't think that this season was very good. Now I could watch this again and think, "Oh wow, what was wrong with me? I really enjoyed
Yeah.
this." But
Yeah.
that's my concern going forward is that I don't think
Okay.
this season came together very well.
Okay. You had said previously that 3 and 4 are very solid. So
Yeah, seasons
yeah.
3 and 4 are solid. I actually
Mm.
think 3 is the best season.
Mm.
But this one is I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I
We'll
hope I'm
see.
wrong. I hope
We're
I'm
gonna
wrong.
know. We're gonna know with the next episode, which is called. I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't
either.
know.
You know what? I'll edit this
Look
part
it up.
out. That way
Either way,
I
look,
will
it's
I'm going to keep the part where you said I don't know. That way I
yeah.
look smart.
Well, I was gonna fill in. That's fine. You can do that.
No, I'm lying. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
keep
you're
all this
kidding.
in here
No,
because
but
I
it
want
does
us
say
to
to
come
me.
off as a couple of doofuses. Because that's what we
I,
are. It's
I,
genuine.
I
Okay, so
like
here we
the
go.
idea.
Episode 2 of season 2 is called The Southern Lights.
Okay. I was just going to say, I like the idea that this show is written in such a way that I have no idea what the second episode is about, third episode is going to be about. My compliment is it just seems so very fresh, and because of what they've shown us in the prior, like any expectation that may want to put on it would be a foolish task because they constantly surprise me with this show. That's why I'm
Indeed.
excited about the next episodes coming up.
Indeed, indeed. So be sure to join us for the Southern Lights next time. And of course, if you would like to support us here for some reason, because we need to be enabled like a lot, please check out the video description below where you will find a link to our Patreon, where for a small pittance you can support us two idiots as we journey through cartoons, as grown men should definitely not do. You can also become a YouTube channel member by visiting our main page. I think that's $5.99 a month, but you get everything early, and I mean super early. We're recording this on May 1st. Happy May Day, by the way. But I don't think that this is even going to air until the end of May, or maybe even the beginning of
2027, I
June.
think the schedule is. Yeah.
Yeah, so because I got things happening in June that I can't be here for, so we're trying to record a lot ahead of time. You're getting all this stuff as soon as it is edited and in the barrel. So congratulations. You're getting
as we
stuff
go
a month
along
ahead of
too,
time.
you're getting stuff, like weeks and weeks before it gets actually officially released.
Indeed.
So the value for money that you guys get by being subscribers and members is enormous at the moment.
It's incalculable. It's more valuable than gold.
Cheaper than a coffee, cheaper than a Happy Meal with all the awesomeness of both combined. I don't know why coffee and
what are
Happy
you
Meals go
waiting
together.
for? What are you waiting for? Support us. We need your support because we are very insecure grown men, and it's quite pathetic. Join us next time.
So I'd like money. Yeah.
Oh, yes, money is nice. Join us next time, however, on Breaking Wind, a Last Airbender, a podcast.